So today I'm going to show our homeschool space. We do most of our homeschool right here at the dining table. And then I have this bookshelf that I just got recently through our Florida Step Up program. And I like it because it holds these heavy DK books, the bigger books. And we did, let me put this over here. We did this space unit with Blossom and Root last year. And this year I'm using the alveary. So we have our tales and our fables. This is the one outside of alveary that I'm using for poetry. Using this for poetry. And then our art books with alveary. Some other things that we've used or we will use in the future. And then up here, I have our games. And this is new that I got from Lakeshore Learning Vocabulary. And we're liking that. And we got this recently, the magnets, because my son did an electric and magnet unit recently. And then down here on this shelf, we have our classic literature with the alveary, Bible, hymns. And we did Vikings, a Viking unit this past summer. So we have our books from that there. And then behind this door, we have some crafts, glue and stuff like that. And then over here, vintage tins from my grandmother. And I hold our index cards in there. Then we have more games. We did fossils with Blossom and Root recently, so we made our fossil impressions. The readers, most of them from The Good and Beautiful. And over here, pencils and markers, all that. And then here, we have more crafts, our paints. And then here is the cart, all about reading, and then all the random things. We have science, we're learning to read music, Spanish with the alveary, calendar work. He does this one independently. We haven't gotten to second grade grammar yet, but that's up next. His handwriting, explode the code. We're doing Grammar Castle this year, and this one, he started this last year, but we're finishing it up. Then we have our pencils. I got these scented erasers recently at the Dollar Tree, and he loves that. We have our math manipulatives. Well, yeah, a little bit of math help here that we use, and then more math manipulatives, our timer, our math with confidence. And here I have some of my alveary lessons, some of our memory work, and then our spelling is down there. Then I'll move you over to our buffet table in the hallway. This is where I set up whatever unit study we're working on. So right now we're doing Rocks with Blossom and Root. And this is a library book, I own a few of these, but a lot of them are library books. And we got a rock tumbler from a curriculum swap right before we started this unit. So that was perfect timing. And he is playing with his rock tumbler a lot. So he's having a lot of fun with that. I have one more space to show. This is my home office. So I work full time as an employee. So half the room is for that. And then over here we have where my son is typing, our printer. I got this from the Dollar Tree recently. It's flimsy, but it's holding the construction paper perfectly. I need to get another one for the white paper. And then we use cookie sheets for painting projects and Legos and stuff like that. Our printer paper, a dinosaur kit box. It gets a little warm in here. We've got the fan, and then a fake passport book where he draws pictures of places that we go. And then our puzzle pieces for our states. And here, this is from Core Knowledge. It's a free PDF that I printed. And I got this idea from Bird's Nest Schoolhouse. And so she did a continent study with her kids. And then she is reading picture books from each continent. And so I'm getting the picture books from the library, and I'm really excited about that. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And then we worked on this geography workbook last year. We're going to finish it up this year. My mom found this about the states from the thrift store recently, and it looks good too. And then we have another little spinny thing for the pencils and glue sticks. We have a microscope. We have a globe. My son made this for me. And then here, this works perfectly, and it's from the 80s. It was my grandfather's electric pencil sharpener. And then down here, I have curriculum that we'll get to next year, or maybe the end of this year. And then we have some of my son's STEM kits. And then I have extra binders and some PDF files that I've printed off in there. The hole puncher, his rocks, his clay, his microscope box. And then I got the Beautiful Feet book for early American history. I got that off Thrift Books. And we're gonna loosely follow it for early American history. I'm also using the Alvieri Native American history. And here's some more books I think were recommended in Alvieri, some from Beautiful Feet. Also, we're gonna get through the 13 colonies this year. And then this book is recommended by the Alvieri, but I don't have access to the lessons other than the Native Americans. I don't have access to the 1400s or 1600s, but I might follow the Beautiful Feet and then go ahead and read this book recommended by Alvieri, and it'll be similar enough. And then I have the art supplies for the Alvieri, and I'm just keeping this away from my son. It all stays here so it doesn't get lost. And then some of his fun reads for him. And then over here, we don't use this drawer here for homeschool. We don't need to get into it very much, so I don't know where else to put the shredder. It sits there. We have our step stool with some more art stuff in it, and he sits on that sometimes. And this is the tiles for All About Reading and All About Spelling. So that is the whole tour of our homeschool space. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.